Oh hey, it's Mike. Today I'm going to be designing and fabricating a sign for an RV camping site. So this is the model that I fabricated and designed. It's got the RV, Volkswagen RV, and a little puppy inside. And this is the logo of the company, RV camping site, Heartland Hills. And then over here, you got pine trees on the side, little rocks, and then the grass. So you got the VR version of the RV van here, the real version up here, down here. Can you guys see the difference? It looks pretty cool, huh? Yeah, so today I'm gonna design this thing using the Oculus and then fabricate it with the CNC machine. Let's get started. First, I'm importing 3 elements. The first one is the actual frame, which is scaled exactly the same as the wood I'm going to carve out, and the logo of the company that I made using Maya. Lastly, the open source file of the Volkswagen RV van that I downloaded off of the thinggivers.com. And I'm going to put them all into the frame like this. You know, some people think that like downloading data from a website and using it is kind of like cheating, but you know, whatever makes your job easier and quicker, I'm all for it. Now I'll use rock stamps to decorate the bottom of the frame. So for this video, I'm going to fast forward the coloring process because it's not really necessary. I'm just going to paint it to get the feel of the models. Then I'm going to draw pine trees on the sides, starting off with the green leaves on the top. So what I like to do to model this geometry is to start off really simple with low polygons, then slowly up the poly counts as I add more details. That way I don't end up with unnecessary dense polygons. Now I'm going to copy and paste it to the left side. I think I want the root of the tree to wrap around the rocks down here.
What kind of hiss was that?
I'll paint the logo just to see how it looks with the orange color. Now I'm going to work on the grass area. Again, I'm going to just start off with really simple low polygon and then up-res the polygon little by little, adding more and more of the details. I'll add shaggy grass on the bottom, then maybe I'll add the little knoll on the sides to make it a little bit more interesting. Up the resolution on the grass so I can add a bit more detail. Now next, I'm going to add the horizon. There's this line constraint that you can use to draw a perfect straight line here, like this. Now finally, I'm going to draw a little puppy sticking his head out the window. This is his head. His mouth.
What kind of hiss was that?
And his ear. And then increase the polygons a little bit. Work on his nose. And then add his jaw. Now he's got mouth. Work on his mouth a bit more. And now I'm gonna push up his cheeks a little bit so he looks like he's smiling. And his eye socket. He's supposed to be golden retriever, so I'm paint it gold. Oops. Cheeks. Now this is move tool is this move tool is really useful for adjusting the proportion of the models. I'll add his nose. So for designing for CNC machining, it's really important to know the limitations of the machine while designing, because with 3-axis machine, the router bit can only carve perpendicular to the material. So any detail that he has on his left side of his face is going to be lost.
What kind of hiss was that?
Just doing some minor touch up. I'm going to adding a little bit of detail, little by little. Using the move tool. Make his eye a bit bigger. And then add his pupil. That looks pretty good. He's starting to look like a little puppy. Then I'll add his arms popping out of the window. More details here and there. His paws. Make his paws a little bit poofy. That looks good. I think dogs have a little bit of crease in right in between the lips.
What kind of hiss was that?
Let's work on his lips a little bit. And I'm gonna draw his butt or his back, I should say. That looks pretty good. His nose, adding some detail up on his nose. Let's raise his cheeks a little bit so he looks like he's smiling a bit. Yeah, he looks like he's smiling. And then I'll add his claws. I don't know if this detail shows up on the actual wood, but I don't know, we will see. And his tongue coming out of his mouth from the side like this. Dogs usually have this kind of tongue coming out of his mouth. And his tail. I'm gonna make his tail a little bit shaggy because I like shaggy dogs. And I'll work on his other side of his eye. The pupil needs to be a bit bigger. So when you're working on CNC carving, you always have to exaggerate the little details. Eyes has to be a bit bigger than usual. The nose has to be a little bit bigger than the usual size, because otherwise it wouldn't show up in the real material. Make his eye a bit bigger. Make his pupil a bit bigger as well. Oh, it's starting to look like a puppy. Nice. Now the design part is done. On next video, I'm going to explain the fabrication process. Stay tuned for more happy days and design projects.